Imagine you're floating through the vast emptiness of space, surrounded by the cold silence of the cosmos. Ahead of you looms a massive, inescapable void, a black hole. Its gravitational pull is so intense that not even light can escape. But what if, instead of being a place of total destruction, the interior of this cosmic monster held something unimaginable? What if, beyond the event horizon, a hidden world existed, one where life could not only survive, but thrive? It may sound like science fiction, but some theories suggest that black holes could be more than just cosmic graveyards. They might be gateways to new dimensions, or even entire universes. At first glance, the idea of life existing inside a black hole seems absurd. After all, these objects are the very definition of extreme, formed when a massive star collapses in on itself, squeezing an enormous amount of matter into an infinitely small point, known as a singularity. The gravitational pull near this singularity is so powerful that it distorts space and time beyond recognition. The surrounding boundary, called the event horizon, marks the edge of no return. Anything that crosses it is forever trapped. We tend to think of black holes as cosmic vacuums, devouring everything in their path. But could there be more to their story? To even begin answering this question, we have to consider the different types of black holes. The ones most commonly talked about are stellar mass black holes, which are formed from the collapse of a single massive star. These are relatively small, often just a few times the mass of our Sun, and their gravitational forces are so intense that anything falling in would be stretched and torn apart in a process known as spaghettification. It's hard to imagine life surviving such an ordeal. But then there are the true giants of the universe, supermassive black holes. These monsters, found at the centers of galaxies, can be millions or even billions of times the mass of the Sun. Strangely enough, because their event horizons are so large, the tidal forces near them are much weaker compared to smaller black holes. If an astronaut were to drift toward a supermassive black hole's event horizon, they might not even notice the moment they crossed into the abyss. Could this provide an opportunity for life to exist inside? Now here's where things get really strange. General relativity tells us that once something crosses the event horizon, it must inevitably reach the singularity. But quantum mechanics, the branch of physics that deals with the smallest scales of the universe, suggests something different. Some scientists believe that instead of matter being utterly destroyed, it could continue existing in some form. This has led to radical ideas about what could be inside a black hole. Could it be a realm where the laws of physics are completely different from what we know? Could it be a space where time flows in strange directions, or where energy takes on new forms? And if so, could life, in some exotic way, find a way to exist there? One particularly mind-bending theory suggests that black holes might not be mere dead ends, but rather tunnels, gateways that lead to entirely new universes. According to this idea, every time a black hole forms, it could be giving birth to a new cosmos inside it. If that's the case, then black holes might not just harbor life, they could be the very cradles of creation itself. Some researchers have even speculated that our own universe might have been born from a black hole in another, older universe. But if such realities do exist inside black holes, how would life forms develop there? What would they look like? And what kind of physics would govern their existence? The idea of black holes harboring life challenges everything we know about biology, physics, and even the nature of reality itself. Could life inside a black hole be made of exotic matter, shaped by forces we can't even begin to comprehend? Could intelligent beings, vastly different from us, be thriving in conditions beyond our imagination? Or is the very idea of survival in such an extreme environment fundamentally impossible? As we continue exploring the mysteries of black holes, we may one day uncover answers that redefine our understanding of the universe. But the deeper we look into these cosmic enigmas, the more questions we find, and the more possibilities emerge. If black holes do contain entire hidden realms within them, the next question is, what kind of life could possibly exist inside? Life as we know it depends on a delicate balance of conditions, stable energy sources, the right chemistry, and an environment where complexity can emerge and sustain itself. But inside a black hole, where gravity is extreme, time behaves unpredictably, and space itself bends in ways we can't comprehend. Could these fundamental rules be rewritten? Could a completely different kind of life, one that doesn't rely on the familiar building blocks of carbon and water, even be possible? One of the most fascinating ideas comes from the notion that the interior of a black hole isn't just a chaotic mess leading to a singularity, but rather an entirely different universe with its own physical laws. Some physicists propose that once matter crosses the event horizon, it isn't crushed immediately, but is instead funneled into a new kind of space-time. Inside this hidden world, the physics could be so different that something resembling life might emerge, not based on atoms, but perhaps on some unknown form of quantum structures. If so, these life forms would exist under conditions beyond anything we can currently imagine, possibly living in a reality where time flows in ways radically different from our own. Let's consider what happens to time itself. Einstein's theory of general relativity suggests that as an object falls into a black hole, time for that object slows relative to the outside universe. From an external observer's point of view, someone falling into a black hole would appear to freeze at the event horizon, never quite crossing it. But for the person falling in, time would seem to continue normally. Now imagine a civilization that evolved inside this kind of environment. What would time mean to them? If they existed in a reality where time loops or flows unpredictably, would they perceive life in an entirely different way? Would they experience past, present, and future all at once? Some theories suggest that the singularity at the center of a black hole might not be a true point of destruction, but rather a transition, perhaps leading to a white hole, a hypothetical counterpart that expels matter instead of swallowing it. If black holes are connected to other parts of the universe or even to other universes, then maybe life inside them isn't just surviving, it's evolving under conditions so extreme that it becomes something beyond our comprehension. Could these environments produce civilizations that are completely unlike anything we've ever imagined? Beings that exist outside our concept of space and time, perhaps even operating on principles of physics we haven't yet discovered. Then, there's the question of energy. Life, at least as we understand it, requires an energy source. On Earth, life primarily depends on the sun, which provides a steady stream of light and heat. But inside a black hole, no traditional stars can shine. So where would the energy for life come from? One possibility is the immense radiation generated by the accretion disk, the ring of superheated material spiraling into the black hole. Some have speculated that highly exotic life could harness this radiation in ways beyond our understanding, feeding off the raw energy produced as matter falls inward. Others propose that inside the black hole itself, the very fabric of space might be laced with exotic energy fields, creating the perfect conditions for an entirely new form of existence to arise. But here's where things take an even stranger turn. What if the very structure of a black hole's interior allows for something like a simulated reality? Some physicists believe that information isn't truly destroyed in a black hole, but rather encoded on the event horizon itself. If that's true, then the interior of a black hole might behave more like a vast cosmic computer, processing and reorganizing information in ways we can't yet comprehend. Could something akin to consciousness emerge from this process? Could beings exist as pure information, untethered from physical form, living in a reality built from the data of the universe itself? As mind-bending as these ideas are, we have no way to test them, at least not yet. The biggest challenge is that the event horizon is a one-way door. Once something falls inside, it can never send information back out. Even if an advanced civilization were to develop inside a black hole, there would be no known way for them to communicate with us, and no way for us to peer inside and see what's really happening. But what if there were exceptions? Some radical ideas suggest that quantum entanglement, the strange phenomenon where particles become linked across vast distances, might allow for information to escape a black hole's grip. If so, could an intelligent civilization inside a black hole use these quantum loopholes to reach out to us? Could they already be trying? The search for life in the universe has always focused on planets, stars, and galaxies. But if black holes are not just destructive voids, but rather hidden realms with their own unique forms of existence, then we may have been looking in the wrong places all along. Could it be that the most mysterious objects in the cosmos are also the most alive? Could the very forces we've long feared as cosmic death traps actually be the birthplace of something even greater? If life, whether biological, digital, or something beyond our comprehension, could exist inside a black hole, what would that mean for our understanding of the universe? For decades, black holes have been seen as cosmic prisons, devouring anything that dares to venture too close. But if the interior of a black hole is more than just a dead zone, if it holds complex structures, energy flows, and even the potential for life, then we may need to rethink the very nature of reality itself. One of the most intriguing possibilities is that black holes act as bridges between universes. If the interior of a black hole leads to another region of space-time, or even an entirely separate cosmos, then black holes might not just be objects within our universe, they could be the birthplaces of new universes. This idea is tied to a concept called cosmological natural selection, which suggests that black holes may play a role in shaping the structure of reality on a grand scale. In this view, each black hole could be a kind of cosmic seed, creating a new universe where different physical laws take hold. If that's the case, then black holes could be teeming with life, not as isolated anomalies, but as incubators of countless unknown worlds. But how could we ever confirm such a theory? The very nature of black holes makes direct observation impossible. Anything that crosses the event horizon is lost to us forever, at least in conventional terms. However, there may be indirect ways to test these ideas. Some physicists believe that the information paradox, the mystery of whether black holes truly erase the information they consume, might hold the key. If information is somehow preserved within the event horizon, perhaps encoded in ways we don't yet understand, then black holes might not be prisons at all. They could be cosmic libraries, storing vast amounts of data from across the universe. Could it be possible that some form of intelligence inside a black hole has learned to manipulate this information? Could they have found a way to send messages back to the outside world? This leads to an even more unsettling question. If intelligent civilizations do exist inside black holes, what would they think of us? To them, we might seem like primitive beings, trapped in the limited framework of conventional spacetime, unable to perceive the deeper realities they inhabit. If they were able to communicate, would we even recognize their signals? Would their messages appear as anomalies in the cosmic microwave background, strange fluctuations in quantum fields, or perhaps even as distortions in the very fabric of reality? Could we have already detected signs of life within black holes, but failed to recognize them for what they are? And then there's the possibility that black holes don't just harbor life, but that our own universe is itself the interior of a black hole. Some theories suggest that the Big Bang, the moment our universe came into existence, could have been the result of matter collapsing into a black hole in a higher dimensional space. If that's true, then everything we see, the galaxies, stars, and even ourselves, could exist inside a vast cosmic black hole without us even realizing it. This would mean that black holes aren't just places where life might exist. They might be the reason life exists in the first place. But what if we could go further? What if, in the far future, our own civilization developed the technology to survive the journey beyond the event horizon? Could we one day explore the interior of a black hole, not as doomed travelers but as pioneers venturing into an entirely new realm of reality? Some scientists speculate that highly advanced civilizations, millions or even billions of years ahead of us, might have already made such a leap, leaving behind the conventional universe to exist in the timeless, information-rich depths of a black hole. If so, then the most advanced beings in existence may not be in distant galaxies. They could be waiting inside the very black holes that dot our universe, beyond our reach but not beyond our imagination. The mystery of black holes continues to challenge our understanding of space, time, and life itself. Are they mere cosmic anomalies, swallowing everything in their path? Or are they something far more profound, gateways to new realities, creators of entire universes, and perhaps even homes to beings beyond our comprehension? Until we develop the tools to probe their secrets, we may never know for certain. But one thing is clear. The more we explore the cosmos, the more we realize that the universe is far stranger, more complex, and more full of possibilities than we ever imagined. So, what do you think? Could life, perhaps an entirely new kind of life, exist inside black holes? Or is this idea nothing more than a fascinating thought experiment? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy diving into the mysteries of the cosmos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Cosmic Whispers for more deep explorations into the wonders of the universe. Until next time, keep questioning and keep looking up.